And right from the beginning, because it's so great when you start realizing you can trust yourself. I've seen people in therapy for years going to someone else to tell them how to live their life. And I don't like that, personally. It just doesn't work for me.
Mm-hmm.
So.
No,
right.
that's a great way. We all have to do that.
And I'm working towards a residential program, too. I'm going to be setting up, I'm creating a community similar to the one that I had before, because there's a lot of support in that. I ran across on the internet a little while ago a group of 6 or 8 poets and sound poets who were busy doing a recording, and I knew them 35 years ago in that community. And these guys have hung with each other ever since and kind of played and supported with each other. And like, that's really fantastic stuff. So the idea that people can support each other, and it can move faster sometimes when you have groups working with each other, that is something I'm creating too. So
support system is, I think, what a lot of people are lacking as well. And it definitely does give you that extra fire to move forward faster.
And have community of some support with
Definitely.
it, because we're so used to seeing people at a distance and not get really close. So I'm really, really wanting to build what I call a lifestyle community where people can take advantage of that, kind of like an extended family if you want to use that. And people will be as much a part of that as they choose to be, as much as it serves them. It's their choice. But our culture is so fragmented into these little boxes of people who don't know each other. And I was working with a fellow once who came back from a business trip and said, I really think I know what you're talking about now. And I said, what do you mean? He said, I went to Bali, and I was assigned to this little village for the training that I was doing. And there was this one old fellow there who his immediate family had all died. Now, in that particular village and in that culture, it would have been considered a scandal for him to wake up in the morning and not have his food served.
Wow.
Because the village is the family. And or to have to clean his own hut, or to be alone if he didn't want to be.
Did you say Bali, like Indonesia?
It was I think it was Bali or Fiji. I can't remember which of the two, but it was one of the island communities where that's what's happened in the Industrial Revolution for us, where the village kind of broke down, and we all got left with these little isolated. You know, I mean, how many of us have families like scattered all over the world? We don't have them there anymore.
Exactly.
So what I'm doing is creating intentional community. That's a phrase that's very common among people that know it, of communities people who turn to hang together because they want to. And with mine, with the kind of work that I do, it's always around personal growth. It's people who are really getting conscious of who they are and wanting to create the life they love.
Where do you see this kind of happening? Like, have you already started kind of?
Yep, here in Toronto. I mean, I've just gone back into private practice and realized that when the universe up and slapped me in the head and my doctor said, no, get out of that job.
Right.
I realized, I wasn't listening to my own intuitions, and so it had to tell me really strongly. And so I've gone back into private practice, which I love, and I'm really, really enjoying it, and it's starting to expand now. And it will lead from that. At the suitable point, I will either buy a house or rent a house. The community I was in started with a half dozen or a dozen people originally. And one thing led to another until they owned 2 apartment buildings here in the annex and about 23 or 22 other houses. And not that it was a perfect situation by any means. There was issues. That happens, life. But it was also an incredibly exciting process, you know, where we did all of our own building and all of that kind of thing. So I love the idea of recreating that, and then for those who want it, they can come as deeply into it as they wish, or maybe they only see the one person who gives them some help and they move on. It's whatever suits them. Whatever works for them.
So you're up and running. Maybe not the community totally yet, but certainly your practice is up and running, and people who resonate with what you're saying, they can get in touch.
Sure.
And,
I'm at, it will be, the website, we were scrambling so hard. That's why I didn't get the soundbite that you asked me for. I was scrambling so hard to get this website done. And it should be up by Monday or Tuesday of this coming week. Just philipamesradio.com. One L.
Let's spell that, because you can do that different ways. PHILIPAMES, all one word, small case, .com. It should be up Monday or Tuesday. And my phone number is 416-200-4198. People are welcome to call me anytime. Talk to me about what they're doing.
And where's your practice?
Mostly on the beach.
Okay.
I mean, I like the beach. I like walking along the beach.
That's just a Queen car right away.
I used to live there.
That's
it's
right.
great.
You can go and...
Why did you leave?
Life changes.
She got, when they made that, they had that vote, should we call it the beach, the beaches? She was on the wrong side, and she had to move out.
That's it.
She was just...
They're like, that's it. You're going west of Woodbine.
The beaches is a great place. It's kind of like actually, it's where I lived as a little kid. I remember I ran away from there when I was 3 years old and went 12 blocks, ended up in the grease pit of a garage somehow. Got down under there and got rescued. But it's a great place. If you haven't got a dog or a kid, you kind of feel out of place. But
Exactly. We were talking about that.
You got the park, you got the beach, you got those great restaurants.
I'll be around there tomorrow.
And it's nice and quiet in the winter.
Yeah, because
you can actually drive there in the winter. In the summer, forget it.
That's it. They shouldn't let cars in past Woodbine. That's what I think. Yeah,
absolutely. Philip, thanks for coming in today. It's been great to have you back.
Thanks for welcoming me in.
And
nice to come back.
Yeah, great chat. So we're gonna take a little break now. We got Faded Blue is here. They made it.
Yes.
We're gonna play another song from their CD, and we're gonna chat with the band right after this here on LiquidLunch.channel.com.
Thank you.